My ex still wants a relationship with my daughter. My 22F, ex 24M and I dated for about 2 years but friends for 6 years prior to us dating. He met my daughter when she was 4 months old, 4 months prior to us dating, and now she is 2 and 8 months old. We've been broken up for 2 months now because he was cheating, but all my daughter does is talk about him and will ask where he is and will go, his name went bye-bye. She'll say she misses him and it breaks my heart. On the other hand, my ex consistently asks if I'll bring her over, or if he can see her. It was working at first because we were trying to be friends, but he was interrogating me in regards to whether or not I was seeing other men and was acting as though I would be leading him on if I was, but I made it clear we were only friends and my romantic feelings are gone. This behavior continued, so I told him I thought it was best we didn't remain friends. He's been saying he feels like his family was stolen from him, and he keeps asking if he can see my daughter because he misses her and feels like she is a daughter to him. I would rather not be around him, but if it weren't for my daughter talking about him every single day I wouldn't even consider it. According to his roommate, he's been crying every day since we broke up and talks about how much he misses us. I'm not sure what to do because I've never been in his position, but I'm really trying to avoid confusing my daughter for when I'm ready to begin dating again and have a serious relationship.
Nobody stole his family, he betrayed his family and now he's facing with the consequences. Are you sure he doesn't use your daughter to reach out to you? OFC, your daughter will ask about him. She saw him probably every day and now he's not there. Maybe you can tell her that you two couldn't work your relationship and it's best to stay away from him.
On the other hand, my ex consistently asks if I'll bring her over, or if he can see her. And this is exactly something single parents need to discuss before they seriously start dating someone new. Breakups happen, especially when you're so young. So what happens when you do? Make sure to consider this in your next relationship. He's been saying he feels like his family was stolen from him. He needs to stop. If he cared that much, why did he cheat on you and the child? Why is he overstepping now? Time to go, no contact. Your child will move on eventually.
Cut him off. Your daughter will slowly fade those feelings out as she continues to grow up and you find someone else consistent in your lives.
Tell her that yes, he went bye-bye. She will stop asking soon. Seeing him occasionally is keeping him on her mind. My 70-year-old brother still talks about one of our single mother's boyfriends who she broke up with when he was 5. He doesn't remember that she broke up with him because he said he would straighten her son out. My brother just remembers he paid him attention, even though it was negative attention. Your daughter probably won't be like my brother if you cut him off now. But your ex has to realize when he cheated on you. He cheated on her and lost his rights to seeing her.
No. It's just another avenue for him to keep tabs on you. She's young, she will forget, and when you finally do move on, it's going to be a point of contention with your new man that the cheating ex is still hanging around. He lost his family because he was a cheating bastard. That's on him, not you.
He is gaslighting you. He cheated on you and your daughter. He lost any sort of privilege he had of being in your lives when he went and messed around. He's continuing to make you feel bad and manipulate the situation because he's miserable with himself. He will say whatever he can to get his way, and when he's done, he will drop off. For the sake of you and your daughter, leave this dude behind. He made his bed, now let him lie in it. I guarantee he's not upset like he and his roommate are saying. He just hasn't found another girl to manipulate and needs to feel powerful, aka still trying to see you and your daughter. Your daughter will be okay. She won't be okay being around him and seeing the two of you argue or there being tension. I think he's probably using her as an excuse to keep contact with you. Well, he cheated, so if he wants to blame someone he can look in a mirror. Cut off contact. She won't remember him if you stop this cold turkey. It sounds to me like he's using the daughter as an excuse to get to you. It's not a coincidence that when he was over seeing her, he started asking questions about you and other men. No offense, but I don't think he's actually caring about seeing her. Also, it's probably gonna do more damage to her to have this weird every once in a while visit thing. Kids need consistency and structure to their lives. She will move on and be okay. Cut him off. Your daughter will forget about him with time. Next time you begin a relationship though, keep it to yourself for a while before introducing him to your daughter. You don't want to continuously introduce your daughter to father figures only for them to disappear one day. Lol. I would bet anything that he didn't offer to pay child support for this kid who is like a daughter to him. He's just being a gross, manipulative jerk by accusing you of stealing his family and prodding his roommate to tell you that he's crying every day. Your daughter isn't even 3. Even if she asks for him now, she'll forget about him pretty quickly. The only way she won't forget about him quickly is if you continue to let him see her. Except there would inevitably come a time where he stops asking to see her, whether it's because he dates someone else with a kid or has one of his own. He could blink out of your daughter's life in an instant because he has no monetary obligation to her and no custody agreement to uphold. Better it happen now than when she's old enough to actually retain clear memories of him. She's young enough that she'll eventually forget about him. For the health of any future relationship you have, just end contact. Another guy will have a hard time accepting that an ex who isn't the father's child is still an active part of your life. Clean break. Your feelings for him are gone, as you said, and he is not her father. Your daughter is confused, but she is only 2. She will get it over it, provided you don't keep putting her in a situation with him in it. He's been saying he feels like his family was stolen from him. It wasn't stolen. He threw it away. Let him go for your sake and your daughter's. When he cheated, he threw away his right to you or your daughter. If being in her life was so important to him, maybe he shouldn't have treated her mother like trash. He has no parental claim to your kid, and his disrespect for you is plenty reason to cut him out. If you had broken up with him because you fell out of love and things ended amicably, maybe I'd understand negotiating a way to let him have a relationship with her. But too bad for him. He chose his priorities and it wasn't either of you. Your daughter won't even remember him. Dude threw his family away. Go no contact. Eventually you'll both move on and it will be worse and more confusing for your daughter. Do you really think any woman he hooks up with in the future will want your daughter hanging around? Especially when there's no need to. And he's already shown he'll choose sex over her. And when he has his own kids. When you try to move on, better to just cut contact and let memories of him sink into the deep recesses of her mind. He's using your child to keep you close, keep tabs on you, and will a nuisance when you do move on. Don't give in. Don't let your child be used as a pawn. He and his choices made him lose your family. Nothing else. Your child is 2. She'll get over it. She's gonna be hurt for a little while. But you're just prolonging the hurt by keeping him around.
Guy is using little girl as cat's paw. End it.
He's using your daughter to manipulate you. You need to go no contact and tell your daughter that he did something bad and will no longer be around. Do not let him around your family anymore. Your child will forget him. Had the same thing with my mate's child. Also, he didn't have his family stolen. He removed them by being unfaithful, made his bed. Tell him to lay in it, man, shrugging light skin tone. She will forget him. She's not even 3 yet. Stories like this are why I couldn't date someone with kids. I'd hate to get attached and then we break up. I have no sympathy for your ex though, because he should have thought about that before he decided to cheat.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.